I mean, I really didn't know 20 years ago. You know, it was living by the day. I didn't have aspirations of where it was going to be, how big it was going to be. I just wanted to survive and build a product that people would find useful. I didn't have aspirations of grandeur or size or what we were going to achieve. If you'd asked me 20 years ago, would we have 215 planes, carry 600 to 700 million people, you know, be the kind of global brand you are, you know, I would have said, what drugs are you taking? The plan was to try and make flying affordable. And I always think a business must have a reason for existence. For me, that reason was to allow everyone to fly and to provide a great environment for people to work in and grow and live their dreams. And so, you know, I came up with a tagline, now everyone can fly. Nothing. Maybe keep my mouth shut once in a while. So maybe I'm a little bit more careful what I say, but that's spoiling what AirAsia really is. It's transparent, it's open, it's real. No, never. It's not in my DNA. You know, there's hundreds of reasons to quit. There's one reason to stay. There will be a time to quit, and you know, leadership has to be renewed. Leadership has to be refreshed, and AirAsia cannot just be based on Tony Fernandes, Cameroonian, etc. I'm always trying to praise the unsung heroes wherever I go. You know? That's the biggest joy for me, is that when an All-Star goes out and does something bigger. I just spent 10 minutes to a group of people talking to them about their next role in life. And you know, the beauty of AirAsia is 10 seconds after I told them, they went and told the boss about it. So that is the beauty of AirAsia, that transparency is there, and we're open to look at new ideas. Because that's the DNA in the company, right? So this is a company that will never stop dreaming, never stop believing, never stop changing people's lives. And I think it's an amazing tagline for the next 20 years. You guys, it's not money, it's not profits, it's creating, you know, new careers, new dreams, making sure everyone gets their job done. And then, you know, going to the airport and seeing many happy faces. People going to places they never dreamt about, meeting a 70-year-old driver, and so happy to be part of the AirAsia family. I mean, that's the exciting part of being an All-Star. So many. You know, a dispatch boy becoming a pilot. That event, I actually cried, I think, in the speech. An aspiration of me was to give someone who no one would have given a hope to become something much more than they ever dreamt. I think we'll be, you know, this is the next journey, right? We'll be much more than an airline. I hope we'll be a bank. I hope we've created an amazing freight company. I hope we create an app that is more than just selling AirAsia tickets. I hope along the way we will disrupt it and change a lot of things. You know, we'll be flying to space, low cost. I don't know. But I say in 20 years' time, we'll be much more than an airline, and that's exciting. The cat, it's been with me for 20 years. It's a symbol of AirAsia right now. People draw cartoons of me. Do you know the story of the cat? It's of any interest. is that we had no money to advertise. We came up with the idea of me wearing a cap and saying controversial statements and making sure the press took photographs of me. That was the story of the cap, and it just stuck. Logos changed, people have changed, business model has changed, but the cap has always remained the same. You know, in 20 years, Allstars are so resilient. They never stop. That's why we're still here today after so many calamities. And we'll just keep going on and on. Allstars are dreamers, and they never stop.